Oof. Okay, guys. Welcome to the live. I am Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. I don't know if I want to leave the mic there. I'm going to put it here for now. Okay. Let me get myself sorted. I'm Batgirl tonight. No, Batgirl from the 60s show. Yvonne Craig. There you go. Got my mic back. So tonight we're going to do a very special read. We're going to do Get Grayson. But I'm also going to introduce a bit of the DC bombshells because I want to revisit that story and Black Canary and Oliver Queen and that whole romance as well and their pirate radio station. That will be very, very, what's the word? Synchronistic to other stories in my own life story as well. So I hope you guys are well. Welcome to the Cosmic Comic Book Club. Staying hydrated this time so I don't end up like coughing a lung out. Let's see here. Okay, sup. Hey, everybody. So I'm usually on a bit later, but I wanted to get an early start tonight just because I have other stuff to do. And I was supposed to do this read last night. Hi, Snow FL. How are you? So I typically do our Cosmic Comic Book Club reads on Tuesday nights at midnight. But yo, you guys, I needed to get some Z's. So even us Guardians of the Night need to get some sleep too. I needed to do some dream stuff. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you, Snow. Is it Snowflake or can I call you Snow FL? Snow FL actually sounds more like a name, like a thing. So let's go with that, okay? All right. Oh, much love. Are you a DJ or an MC of some sort? Something like that? You know, I am the type of person that if I'm going to do something, I got to do it full stop. It's sometimes to my detriment though. Like I think some of you guys, you guys didn't know I do astrology sometimes. Hi, Lion Sign Official. And I personally have a placement where my sun is opposite Pluto. So I have this very those of you who are Scorpios or have Pluto aspects will have this almost punishing way of looking at your work. Like it's never going to be perfect enough to be out there, right? But there does end up being a time where the world needs to benefit from your ideas and have the courage to let your creation fly out there, right? As it will. So welcome to tonight's read. I am playing as Barbara Gordon, Batgirl tonight. I'm going to first get into why I love Barbara Gordon personally. She is actually probably my top 5. I mean, I cosplay as a lot of girls and I love them all. Franco Vernia and baby, ciao to you as well, my love. Welcome to the live read. So this is actually supposed to be what was yesterday and I wanted to make it up. Also, my schedule's kind of been all over the place. I'm going to try to move this way because you can kind of see my hubby and me on the bike. There. Spring does seem like it's slowly making its appearance here, so that's good news. It'll be fun to take the bike out. One thing about Barbara and Dick Grayson, they do have their motorbikes, their motorcycles. I look at that as the electric horse kind of motif. There's some fun stuff to that because some people are drawn to that, some people are just not. I've always been the type of person who likes roller coasters and fast cars and things like that. I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie like that, but that's not everybody. And for those who are, yeah, Barbara and Dick have a relationship. And so this is, oh my gosh, let me flip this first. And it's a superhero relationship. And so as someone who has married my own personal superhero, and we both used to do fitness and stuff. And Pokey, I have an update to your question that you gave me in the chat. Oh, therapy. So let me go. Look, mirror this. Yeah. Okay. Whew. All right. So I will tell you, but that's a personal story between us. So I have to tell you guys though, I've been coming to a lot of truths about myself. Shout out to my hubby who got me this book called Understanding the Borderland. It's funny because me and my sister actually I re-came to gaming again, playing Borderlands 3 with her when she used to be my neighbor across the street, and we used to go over with the dogs and play Borderlands 3, and I would play as Mose, and she would play as the Siren. What's her name? Amara? Into the fray, that chick. But the borderland, right? The borderline, like what Madonna says. And BPD, borderline personality disorder, is a personality disorder which is a cluster of personality disorders that are created by various things. However, I grew up with a mother who was this, right? And so this book was like $140 on Amazon. My hubby got it for me, so like I'm blessed. Thanks, babe. Red Heron, hi. So I was also like trying to find help for myself because I was like, oh my goodness, what if I have this disorder, right? And that's been a tough thing to kind of look at because, oh, hi, bye. Are you off doing a live? I hope you've been well, Red Heron. Hopefully we can connect a little bit more in the superhero stuff because if you ever need... Well, we do want to get back into modeling again, you guys. Me and my hubby, we actually met as personal trainers in a gym in downtown Toronto when we were both competing in bodybuilding and fitness at the time. So I fell in love with fitness competitions when I was watching like TSN growing up, but I could like I don't know if you even know these girls' names, like Ocean Bloom and Tangi and Jen Hendershot, and all these girls were like fitness girls. And to be honest, why I liked them was that these were the girls in like real life who to me felt like in real life they would be the most likely to embody superheroes, right? Because I was enamored with becoming like an animated character somehow, which maybe I am now. Maybe I've achieved my goal. Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah, with the Maxim thing. Oh, thank you for everyone who has voted for me so far in the Maxim Cover Girl and Randa Rose thing. I did it totally on a whim, and now I think I'm in fifth for Randa Rose and in sixth for the Cover Girl thing. Please bear in mind, you can buy votes, right? So if you buy like, I think 10 issues, I don't want you guys to have to buy votes, right? But just bear that in mind when it comes to like, all these kinds of competitions that are online, right? So I am not taking it super seriously. I would be so pleased if I won. I would, well, thank you. Let me see, make sure. Rob's cosplay, appreciate that, Dr. Doom. I'm playing Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, because I really felt like I cosplay as characters that I find resonance with and I find strength from. And Barbara Gordon is a badass. She is Oracle as well, right? She loses the use of her legs in that story with the Killing Joke from the Joker, and in spite of all of that, she keeps fighting. She does not ever remain a victim. She has a lot of stuff that go against her, but despite that, she's super smart, super intelligent, super loyal to her friends. She is the intellect and the connector for the superhero community in the DC universe, and I love her for that. And so I put her on to get organized because I'm going to try to get the comic books I have where I really love when Supergirl and Batgirl work together because they're so different, but they do appreciate each other. So, like, for example, I don't think people realize this, but Kryptonians, think of them, they're alien with like high technology alien people. They're very smart. Supergirl has told Batgirl that she learned engineering at the age of 10 or something like that. I'm gonna get there though eventually. I am a Taurus too, so I do take the long scenic route, but I do finish. That's a thing. I will always finish. Batgirl is the greatest. Love you. Oh, thank you so much. I also Batgirl will always come through for you. As I said, she's like in your comms, in your ear when you're outgoing on your missions. She'll open the doors for you, right? Tell you like dismantle all of the alarm systems, figure out your getaway route, all of those logistics when it comes to doing your mission. So, you know, a lot of things, yes, we do have to do on our own, but oftentimes things are a little bit easier when you have a little help from your friends, baby, right? And also, Barbara Gordon and Dinah Lance are the co-founders of the Birds of Prey. And that's the other comic I wanted to show you guys. And that's going to be the upcoming cosplay. I'm going to do Black Canary. DC Bombshells. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but it's like this alternate universe of so Batgirl in this, she's like an actual vampire. She's like, what is it? Barbara Gordon. And she saves Black Canary. And I'm not going to spoil too much, but that's going to be the next read. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow just because my schedule's been so messed up. I've got some upcoming news coming up because my solar return is, I loved her in Arkham Knight. Yeah, Rob's cosplay. Also, cool thing about the Bat family, a lot of the video games, the storylines in there, I do believe are canon to the whole thing, right? If we compare that to, like, I think you call it oh my gosh, the Michael Keaton movies. Not the Michael Keaton movies. It wasn't just Michael Keaton. And hot take, I liked Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. They're campy and like whichever, but those movies and that Batgirl played by Alicia Silverstone, they exist in their own kind of like pocket dimension, which is still there, but it's not really, you know, the animated comic book universe situation. And Ilrev, thank you for the Go Popular. Let's see here. Rob's cosplay, thank you again for the heart me. Lincoln Parrot, thank you for being a rising star in my life. Very Nicole. Oh my goodness. So I used to be a project manager. So I do still do production work, like behind the scenes technical stuff. That's another reason why I love Barbara. She's super smart when it comes to the computer science aspect of it. Like in a lot of the comic books, she's either a librarian, meaning she's super organized in that sense, but she's also like a computer science whiz. In the more modern takes of Barbara, of course, she's more like a tech backer, you know, tech for good kind of thing. And technology's in a weird spot right now too, as well. Like when we have the influx of like things like AI versus human intelligence, and then all of like these different tools and how do we use things in a conscious way. That's another conversation, but I do resonate with Barbara and the whole tech aspect of it. So I spent a lot of my life being a digital project manager for many different companies, everything from Fiat, Dodge, Chrysler in the automobile industry to the healthcare industry to pharmaceuticals to finally being an international manager for KPMG. I have a whole story about my corporate life, which then ended. And I took the out as an opportunity to write my book and become the author that I wanted to be, and eventually have a comic book of my own about the Dragon Warriors, that a series of ladies who are warriors and their counterparts, the Dragon Knights, who are their sworn protectors of portals and multi-dimensions, and the dreamscape. And that's all in like the back end, what I've been working on, which I haven't felt comfortable enough to fully present because I've been having to deal with like the fact I had a mother who had BPD and like really coming to terms with that, getting therapy for that because there's very specific therapy to get for that, right? Typically you want something called is it dialectic? At the end of the day, it's conversation and talking things out and also finding out what would work for you in order to bring certain inner, like when I was starting to write my creative stuff, a lot of memories came to the surface. So Black Cat, no, I'm Batgirl. Not Tim Burton. Thank you so much for telling me that. Delete, yes. Black Cat, no, I'm Barbara Gordon at Batgirl. I don't have the cowl just yet. And Keaton, thank you for reposting. So let's, Nosy Mage, hi, welcome. So what am I going to read you guys tonight? I did, in my book, Understanding the Borderland Personality Mother, there was a big part there about how do we heal personality disorders, how do we heal mental illness, how do we heal anxiety, how do we heal all of these, like, this stuff, right? And it really does come down to, and this is going to sound so cheesy, and I will do it anyways, it comes down to love. And I know I keep on saying Borderlands. It's just like what I say, keep on saying back. When I text people, you know, I'm trying to say backpack, I'll always say backpack. I don't know why. Why doesn't the autocorrect take it? Anyways, I do think, where was I going with this? Anyways, I want to get into the read of Nightwing. I have to return these back to the library tomorrow. Uh, Contrary to what Pokey says, I don't steal books. I just borrow them for an extended period of time. um, oh, Scotty, I know why I don't. It's also because I'm not consistent. I'm not consistent, and I don't technically like. My agency always recommends that I stay on for like 3 hours, but I haven't been able to do that or make that a thing consistently yet. I have to figure out how it works. Because for me right now, a lot of these comic book and cosplay reads are true divination. Like, I have so many different characters and so many different stories that I would love to read, but how do you decide which one to read tonight? Which one should we read tonight? Even though, let's say you've read one over and over before, one you haven't read yet, one you've half read. Which one now, though? You can get paralyzed by that, being like, well, now I don't want to make a decision, so I'm going to make no decision, and then nothing will happen, right? But time goes by anyways, right? So I've learned to like, just with this kind of like to divinate a bit more, but I do realize I do want to be more organized and have a bit more consistency, and that will hopefully give me more viewers and a bit more structure around it in terms of that, because my lives aren't just me like being on here and chatting, even though we do chat, right? I have to put on my character. I have to get into her vibe, right? So Barbara is such a badass, and I've been really emotional lately. So Barbara, like in the Killing Joke, for example, she has her, like, she gets shot by the Joker after opening the door. She comes home from yoga class, something this happens, and she's with her dad, right? And so they steal her dad, Commissioner Gordon. And remember, this happens to her not because she's Batgirl, but because she's Barbara Gordon, because she's the commissioner's daughter. Keep that in mind. So Joker steals Commissioner Gordon away, and Barbara is in the hospital, and she's told, like, you're never going to walk again, basically. Your legs are done. And Batman comes to see her, and she's hugging him, and she's like, you have to find my dad. And she's like not even concerned about the fact that she can't walk. And she's like, find my dad, get him safe, all that kind of thing. So I can kind of appreciate the true resilience of someone like that. Like, that's what really, that kind of personality type is what's needed to be a hero. Like, you have to be that level of like selfless of like, I don't care, my leg's falling off, like, go to safety, like, you know? So Cadillac, hey, that's, I'm sorry, I went on like a really like tirade about it, but that's you know, who do you want by your side when you're fighting a battle, especially a tough one? You want, you know, people who are going to push it as much as you, right? If you guys have watched the movie 300 by Zack Snyder, I think it's Zack Snyder, right? Anyways, I like 300. And Cersei before Cersei became Cersei. Yeah, she's a great queen in that. But in that movie, right, there's a, oh my gosh, what part did I want to talk about? Well, one, the fact that like 300 men versus, you know, way big of an army because they all each are exquisitely trained and have each other's back. Oh yeah, they have that creepy guy who comes and he's like, I'm a Spartan, I have the shield and the thing. And he goes to King Leonidas, he's like, let me be a Spartan. He's like, I can't let you come here because you can't protect the man beside you because of like the way you are. Like, you're like, you know, it's just a fact. It's just a fact of like, you can't, and I can't just be nice about it and let you in because that will be at the detriment to the whole squad, right? So he had to like turn him away, and then he got all like mad and like angry and went to like the weird guy who's like, oh my god, that kind of thing, and he like he basically betrayed his own Spartan people. And King Leonidas wasn't saying like F you, he was just explaining to him why, right? So it just, in all of us too, we have to realize maybe certain roles are not meant for us, and that's okay, because perhaps there is a far greater one that, Xerxes, yes, thanks, Nosy Mage. Yeah, he goes to Xerxes, freaking Xerxes. But that's the whole point, right? It's, it's the whole idea of like, we're trying to do something, and if you're not going to put in the work or you're just not capable of it, you cannot do this specific role. That's okay. We will find something that is meant for you, right? Ways, oh, sleeping. Also, Wolfie's right at my feet right now, so I'm not able to move much. His like head is right on my foot. Okay, so let's get into the read, my friends. I know I'm a little early. Gwen Stacy, also hi, babe. How are you? I am doing wonderful. We're gonna read about my girlhood crush, Dick Grayson, Nightwing. I love you, babes. And in this series, Barbara and Dick Grayson are a couple. In many series, in many comic books, they're kind of like this on again, off again thing. Also, sometimes Nightwing is with Starfire, and they do, like, I do have to say, I like Starfire a lot. And their relationship's good too. And I really think you could put Nightwing with anyone. Nightwing's been with Zatanna as well, I think. But he's like the James Bond of comic books, because he's like got all the Batman like darkness, but he still manages to transmute that into like more humorous stuff. Get into your bed, please. He won't. Oh, here, Wolfie. Sorry. But that's what you get for being right there, Nug. So I moved my foot, and then he looked at me in outrage, being like, what did you do? Maybe he heard you. Barbara did the opposite of that guy, turned disability into good versus exactly noisy mage, right? So we can't control the circumstances. Sometimes ish happens. Trust me. I know you'll prepare for everything, and then like everything left and right is just going against you, right? But we cannot control anything but what? Ourselves. So our reaction to it, right? So exactly, I love that comparison, nosy mage, like where you have this one thing where like the disability, like I can't walk anymore, I can't hold the shield up, I can't be out in the field with you guys, but perhaps I could have been a spy. Maybe I could have gone to Xerxes and pretended that I was just, and I got an intel and went back and told King Leonidas, right? And then I would have been useful in a different kind of way. But it takes imagination to do that. And to quote Alan Moore in Promethea, all of this, the war, the discord, the anger, all of this is all but a lack of imagination. If we can just think creatively about certain problems we have, instead of being the first solution is to just get mad at each other and fight, throw a bomb, right? Maybe we can just have a dinner. We can talk about things. Maybe we can have a different way of translating it. Maybe stuff is getting lost in what we're trying to say. And we don't have the time or space to creatively, imaginatively come to different ways of solving the world's problems. Let's say that, right? So we all just got to do what we can in the purview that we can. And I do love the Bat family because DC does do a lot of like the whole multiverse thing, right? Where you got like Crisis on Infinite Earths and all this stuff. But the Bat family is very grounded. Like Nightwing and the Titans are all about Bloodhaven and the idea of like the community that's there. And, you know, even though they're superheroes, it's really about like those relationships and your people too. I think it wouldn't be weird, just also because timelines are weird too, Gwen Stacy, right? So I think depending on what timeline you're on, you could have different babies in different timelines, right? So in another universe, Nightwing's with Starfire, and in this universe, he's with me. So let's get into the read. This actually got like an Eisner Award. Look at that. Comic book Eisner Award winner. But because I really like how this comic book shows movement, right? So he shows, oh, hey, Harley Quinn. How are you, girl? We should do a live together one time. I also do love Batgirl because Batgirl and the Birds of Play, the Birds of Prey, they play nice with the sirens. So Harley, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman, you know. We're all friends. We just have different sets of morals, I guess, when it comes to dealing with some bad guys. We use rubber bullets, you know. Catwoman, Harley, they like to go in for the kill sometimes. Okay, so Nightwing, I love this. The Titans, that title card, gorgeous. Okay. Let's see here. My parents and I used to soar and then I watched them fall. Since that day, I've tried to catch everyone. Now I know I can do more for this city, for its people. Hey, Babs, what's up? Dick, where are you? I'm just about to go into a meeting about public holding. You need to get off the street now. Someone has put a price on your head. Okay, but it's not the first time someone's put a hit out on me. I annoy a lot of the right people. And the beauty of having a secret identity is the hit is not on Nightwing. Are you a bat as well? Hey, Bat family. Shout out to the Bat family out there. Look how cool this panel is, right? You can see him like running. So the hit is not on Nightwing. The hit is on Dick Grayson. And that's why this title is like Get Grayson, because you're trying to get Grayson, right? I wish they made this live action. It's kind of fun. The hit is on Dick Grayson. Dick, and then someone, you can hear like the pinging of someone shooting him. And so he runs, right? I'm okay. But they opened fire in broad daylight. How big is the price on my head? $10 million. Oh, wow. That's a lot of wanting me dead. I know. Hard not to take that personally. Switch to Oracle. Oracle here. Yeah, wait, no, I think I have to read it this way. Freaking comic books, come on. You announced you were changing the city. We knew a lot of Bloodhaven would be resistant to change. Well, yeah, I always was going to annoy some angry, stunted men who don't know how to use their words. Yeah, indeed. Switch to Oracle. Oracle here. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Switch to Oracle from Babs. Okay. I have to get home. You can't. You did a press conference annoying those monsters outside your home. They know where you live. It's not safe. Oracle, my alarm is going off. Someone has already broken in. Someone's broken into your apartment, but I know she's in there. You know who's in there? Haley, Bitewing, the doggo. Dun, dun, dun. Get home. Almost home. Yeah, it'd be like if Wolfie was like, they know that there's a hit and they're going to take... Uh-oh. So he jumps in, right? And looks like several gunmen have to take them out hard, fast, before they realize what's hit them. Damn it, too many guns, too confined. I have to take this outside. Just run. We've got him. And then, oh my gosh, they grab the dog, you see? Da-na-na-na-na. Yeah, they're going to go kidnap. They don't want to do that, though, because, we will come after you. You take the dog, we will destroy you. Arf, arf, arf. Just run, we've got him. Arf, arf, shut up, dog. Start the van. They're stealing the dog, you guys. Uh-oh. And then Nightwing is swinging after them. Oracle, they took Haley. What? They took Bitewing. If they harm a single precious hair on her precious body, I'm not going to lose them or her. I'm close by and I'm tracking your mask. I'll meet up with you. Yeah, don't worry. I'm coming. Take the baby is a bad idea, 100%. Yeah, if you really want rage, there you go. So, superhero landing on the truck via Nightwing. Pull the van over. He stops, almost falls. Quick little cartwheel here. And look at this guy with the bike. Just speaking of motorcycles and springtime, rather. Oh, did someone steal your wallet? Are you sure you didn't just leave it somewhere in your place? All right. Hold on. We can have Oracle get someone on it if you'd like. Nightwing, I ran the plate number on that van. It matches a plate under investigation. Nightwing, hey, take my bike. Seriously? Yeah, man. You saved my parents once, and I actually like both of them. Thanks. So Nightwing's able to grab a bike off a random stranger who he saved his parents, and he is then off across the bridge. I don't know if he's heading into Gotham. When I told the world how I wanted to change Bloodhaven, I knew I would be putting myself in the crosshairs. This is the internal monologue by Nightwing. I just hoped I'd be the only one targeted. The last thing I'd want is for anyone to be threatened because they're close to Dick Grayson. But I had to use what I was given to help. Alfred left me a fort line? He left me enough to make a real difference. So this is after Alfred Pennyworth. He dies, and I think he leaves Dick Grayson a sizable amount of money, right? And so Dick Grayson tries to use that money in order to make Bloodhaven a better place. But I had to use what I was given to help. Not just enough to provide short-term bare essentials for people who are struggling. This group is wanted by the FBI. Unlike the police in the city, there's a good chance the feds will actually do their job if they catch them. Then, let's help them do that. Sure, I think it's time for an anonymous tip. And still dry. Look at how beautiful these panels are, right? He's driving across the city. Enough to create a platform for something more. A bridge to something better. Nightwing, I'm getting closer. Do you still have them? The van's still in my sight, but I'm going to back off. Why? I don't want them to crash and hurt Haley. You can't lose them. You're right, I can't lose them, because I have a trailer in Haley's collar. I'm tracking them and they don't know it. As soon as they stop, I'll be there. Aw, Nightwing, always thinking of everything. Got it. Wait for me before you go in. Don't go in without me. I want to have a chance to kick these guys' asses too. So, there, they meet up on the rooftop. Look, there I am. Ooh, joining. What are those people under investigation for? Well, pretty much everything. Armed robberies, assassinations. These are dangerous people. You know who's more dangerous? Well, us, when someone has taken our beautiful puppy? Exactly. Low or high? I'll take the high ground. Okay. We go together in 3, in 2, in. Haley is the dog, Gwen Stacy, Bitewing. It's Dick Grayson's doggo. So she was basically just saying they're pretty dangerous people, but you know who's more dangerous? Us, when someone has taken our beautiful puppy. So we're going to go in there on 1, in 2, in 3. Let's go, guys. Break the goddamn door down. And we're in. Oh, hey, Sophia, however way you pronounce it. I love that name as well. Goddess of wisdom. Appreciate it. Okay, and you're in my live. Love it. Okay, you guys, I'm reading Get Grayson. Dick Grayson, Nightwing, the first Robin, has been my girlhood crush. And so I'm playing as Barbara Gordon, who in this series is actually with Dick Grayson. So they're together, just like how I would like it. But of course, this is just a story, an imaginative story, just a version. And so whatever version of Batgirl you love, she still exists too. This is just my version. I thank you guys for sharing with me. No hero work today. What is Nightwing doing? Okay, Nightwing's actually on the computer right now doing some stuff for me. So you know, I do Oracle stuff and like computer stuff, so I left them some work to do. So, all right. So, kicking in the door, 3, 2, 1, baby. And so I took the high ground. I do like the high ground actually. And Nightwing kicks in the front door, and we're in. Thud. And like within like 2 seconds, they're done, and the room clear, baby. Level complete. Oh, she's sleeping with, well, Wolfie's now moved from my spot. So she's like in a tucked away, snuggled up with some stuffies. So no worries, no hero work tonight. No out and about stuff. We have the other birds, like Huntress and Black Canary. Dinah's on it. Okay, so we continue on. They've cleared that floor. We still have to find Bitewing. Where's Haley? She's in the next room. And so they walk in, and the guy has the nerve to hold a gun to the puppy. Oh my gosh, if someone did that to Wolfie, I swear. And Batgirl says, I say, are you threatening a puppy right now? That is cartoonishly evil. Stay back. I will put a bullet right through this. And Nightwing throws his eskrima, I think that's how you say it, his like lightning stick thing, and it hits the guy, and he drops Haley out the window. But don't you worry, Nightwing's after you. He jumps, he leaps. I remember what he said at the beginning. He'll catch you before you fall, right? So grabs her. Haley! My parents and I used to soar. When I watched them fall, since that day, I've tried to catch everyone. And he did. Right? So grabs her. And we're out. Good girl. Now I know I can do more. For this city, for its people, more than catch them when they're falling. I can help this city soar. Oh, that's a great little read. I love that. It's a big assassination. They attempted to steal Bitewing, but we got her back. Oh, happy ending. Okay. I'm going to read, let's see here. This is a nice little panel of Nightwing looking over Bloodhaven, right? Oh, I would die for Bitewing. Wouldn't we all die for Bitewing, right? Because this is our people, Bat family. And, like, that's why Batgirl's just like, they dared to take the dog. No. We will get you. Yeah. So this is Barbara's oracle here, right? And it was funny when Dick was talking to Barbara on, like, the comms. And he's like, switch to oracle now. And she's like, I imagine your voice would switch, right? Like, hi, I'm cute. I'm Barbara Gordon. Oracle? All right, guys. Here are the details. Smarten up. Okay. Cute here, too, is the relationship that Nightwing has with Kal-El, Superman's son. Superman actually has a really sweet relationship with Nightwing. Nightwing's name actually comes from Kryptonian mythology, right? Nightwing's a dragon god in Kryptonian myth, a keeper, a watcher of the night. So he does, look how cute this is. Literally, oh my gosh, like, it's like Wolfie and mine. All right, let's go here. The apartment of Haley and Dick Grayson. So let's peek in their apartment. More working nights. I can't overstate the importance of naps. I too love naps. And sleeping has been a lot harder with the threat of a hit out on Dick Grayson. There have been 3 attempts on my life in the last 2 days. I keep the family oh my gosh, there's a bat group chat. Why wouldn't there be, right? Oh my gosh, I need another drink. And thanks you guys for joining. We're pretty low-key people, you know? Barbara and Dick. And even though, like, Nightwing ends up getting a pretty big sum of money. He tries to use it to like help others. Like he's not trying to buy a huge mansion. Well, he grew up in a huge mansion, but Gotham, right? And so this is just him, like, forging your own identity, right? Under the shadow of Batman, right? So how do you forge your own superhero identity under that and be yourself without losing yourself under the whole Bat thing, right? So I keep the family Bat group chat on silent or I'd never get any sleep. Cassandra Cain. Cass sends a constant stream of rest-preventing emojis. Cassandra likes emojis. Sound alerts go to contacts who know only to message if important. Building is about to be hit. Get out. Oh yeah, that sounds a little bit important. So he grabs Haley out of the bed and we're out. I've been a target for weeks now. I haven't wanted to hide. My apartment's been upgraded. Bulletproof glass in the windows. Reinforced entry points. Melinda Zuko, my half-sister, knows how much extra protection I've put into the place. Something big is coming if she is telling me to get out. But I can't just run. I can't get out of the building because I'm not the only one who lives here. So, grabs the doggo and he's out. Look, just like you. They put a hit on the building, so grab the dog and get the F out of Dodge. So down the stairs, right? And you can just imagine if this was like an action film. How cool would it be if Get Grayson was just like a standalone, really gritty, kind of like John Wick style action film, right? Of course not, we'll grab her too. Fire! Everyone out! Dick, what's burning? Just keep moving, Clancy. And there's other people living in this building, right? He's not pretentious, right? He's living in like a apartment unit, right? Bridget Clancy, she used to be the building superintendent before she became a doctor. She looks after a lot of people in the building for free. Wait, Maurice is on floor 3. He doesn't sleep with his hearing aid in. Take Haley. I'll get Maurice. You and the kids get out of here. The problem is, Dick Grayson can't be breaking down doors and can't be leaping out of windows. If it comes to that, Maurice, so he's got to change into Nightwing because he can't be Dick Grayson doing this kind of stuff, And like this guy like doesn't have his hearing aid. Can you imagine like Nightwing walking? You need to get out of the building. Hey, I need you to put your hearing aid in. What does this do? Steal? What are you doing? Stealing hearing aids? What? Oh no, I'm not. Nightwing. And in his ear, Oracle? My warning system just detected something entering Bloodhaven airspace, and it's moving fast. It looks like a military drone heading straight for your building. Nightwing, get out of there now. We have to move. Get your hands off of me. So he's trying to grab Maurice and jump out the building. You can see that they're literally going to be hit with a missile. And there's a big explosion. A big kaboom, bada boom. Get Grayson, Act 3. Thud. And Keystone City, the home of Wally West, Linda Park, and their children. Linda, you know that thing where we lie to ourselves about not having phones in our bedrooms? We should actually try that. You run around with information receivers literally stuck to your head most of the day. That's true. Wally? Yeah? It's WKEY TV. There's been an explosion in Bloodhaven. That's Dick's home, isn't it? And before she can say another word, Wally is out of there. Bloodhaven, seconds later. Did everyone make it out? Dick Grayson went back for Maurice Blackburn on floor. The Flash is disassembling an entire collapsed building. A burning building. He doesn't have super strength. He's just working as fast as he can. He'll do whatever it takes to get me. He heals fast, but he's probably broken his fingers several times. Wow, Flash. You're a good man. Before he sees me, his name is Wally West. Nightwing. He's the Flash. He's the fastest man on the planet. Hey, man. And he's my best friend. Oh, I love this. He's like, oh my gosh, you're okay. I saw there was an explosion. I came as fast as I could, and you're okay. Thank goodness. You're in the Justice League, right? On and off, yeah. Good, because I want this man to face some justice. He broke into my bedroom, threw me out of a window, and blew up my home. That is not what happened. Look, when you try to help people, just tell you, I was not trying to steal your ear stuff. Anyways, I am going to wrap the read here now, for now, guys. I got through actually what I wanted to with them saving Haley. There, I will maybe read this conclusion at a future date. So funny. It's like, this man's like broke into my place, stole my ear stuff, and like and blew it up. It's so funny. I was like, I was just trying to save you, man. Like, people, I tell you, you know. Oh no, Z-Mage, thank you so much. So this was the makeup read, you guys, for last week, Tuesday's midnight comic book read of the Cosmic Comic Book Club. I am still organizing. That's why I am playing Batgirl, because she's like the queen of all that, you know, as Oracle as well, to kind of parse through all that data and that information so it can be something workable and practical and that we can use it, right? So in any projects you guys have going on right now, I wish you good fortune in all of those endeavors. A little bit of Barbara Gordon and Batgirl help if you need it. And of course, like, thank you for joining me for the read of Dick Grayson. Get Grayson. It was a lot of fun. And I really love how those panels and those pictures manage to show movement, right? Because when you think of movies, it's like motion pictures, like moving pictures, but when the picture isn't moving and we're looking at it static, we're the ones who add that motion. And how magical is that? All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me as Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. Oh my gosh, Jen McNary, I'm leaving. I'm on a little early-ish. But I do have some things to kind of wrap up in terms of like the back end project stuff. So thanks so much for joining me, you guys. And thanks for joining me for this. This is like, it has like an award and stuff. Look, it's like an Eisner. Look at comic books being legit and stuff, you know? All right, you guys, thank you for joining me for the read. Until next time, remember, it takes true courage for you to play as exactly you in the cosmic game of life. So be sure to show up and play as exactly you, because guess what? The universe is counting on you. But no worries, I got your back. Oh, thanks so much. Oh, Tech Shop, thank you for all those gifts. Yay. Oh, the Bat family assemble. Also to you guys, if you cosplay, do any of those creative stuff, I'm trying to do a little bit more of coordination in the back end for the live so we can have bit more like interaction. And don't you worry, my hubby will be back very soon. We'll have some music. I know you guys have been missing it. All right, guys, have a beautiful one. Bye. I won't. I'll be careful.